Each lifetime ended the same way. Each time the same man appeared. Each time he saved her, and then ended her life with his own hands. In the first life she had just been pulled back from the brink of death, her heart pounding, breath uneven. Gratitude was on her lips. Before she could speak, the blade pierced her chest. She died. Even rebirth brought no mercy. The moment she opened her eyes, steel flashed again. There was no time for fear, no time for confusion, only pain and darkness. In the third life, this time she was prepared. When she saw him again, she didn't scream or run. She asked only one question. Why must I die? His answer was silence. The blade fell anyway. In her fourth rebirth, fate reset. She was pushed to the edge of a cliff by her so-called family, framed by her second uncle's household, betrayed for wealth and inheritance. But this time, she did not beg. She did not resist. She exposed every crime they had committed, every forged signature, every hidden transfer. And then, calmly, she stepped backward and leapt into the abyss by her own will. Because she knew the truth now. No matter how the wind howled, a familiar presence tore through the air. When she saw him descend once again, she didn't flee. She ran toward him. Before he could strike, she rose on her toes and pressed her lips to his. The world froze. Then she bit down. Drawing out the glowing core hidden within his body, she swallowed it whole. The man erupted in fury. Power surged. Killing intent filled the sky. But before the strike could fall, his frenzied subordinate fell to his knees in panic. If she dies now, master, your cultivation will collapse. Half of it will be lost. Forced to restrain himself, the man took her back with him. Only then did she learn the truth. He was no ordinary being. He was the sovereign ruler of the nine-tailed fox clan, ancient, noble, feared across realms. And she was his destined calamity, the trial written into his fate. When she awoke in his domain, she found two men standing nearby. Fear flashed across her face. She collapsed, pretending to faint, but beneath her lashes she listened. They spoke of extracting her core, of killing her once her usefulness ended. She woke with a trembling gasp, clutching his sleeve. Tears welled as she begged, clinging to him desperately, kissing his hand, his jaw, anywhere she could reach. For the first time, the Fox King froze. Still, his voice remained cold. Execute her the day after tomorrow. Elsewhere, her second uncle's family celebrated. They believed her dead. Hundreds of billions in assets now belonged to them. They drank, laughed, congratulated one another. Unaware that she was fighting for her life inside a den of monsters, she understood one thing clearly. The Fox King was merciless. But he was also the only weapon sharp enough, so she approached him with a request. A phone, permission to leave and purchase necessities. He rejected everything. Coldly, she turned away in fury. That night, his subordinate delivered an entire room filled with luxury goods, clothing, jewelry, comforts beyond imagination. Hope flickered. She remembered something important. Canines were notoriously weak to alcohol. She drank deliberately, let the heat rise, then stumbled into his. But she had underestimated the consequences. His restraint shattered. His true form burst forth. She thought she was doomed. Instead, he bit her just once. Her blood flowed, and with it, his madness receded. She was the anchor that restored his sanity. She finally obtained a phone. The first call she made was to a lawyer. What she learned confirmed her suspicions. Her uncle's family was preparing to finalize everything. On the night of the grand birthday banquet, a woman took the stage. She wore her face. Surgery had made the resemblance perfect. The forged heiress prepared to read the asset transfer declaration. Then, the doors burst open. She entered, adorned in brilliance, eyes cold, posture commanding. Behind her stood the Fox King's most vicious subordinate, guarding her like a shadow. Gasps filled the hall. Faces drained of color, because the dead had returned. And this time, she had come